Here, Stellar Express, as a want, has gone from the front, taken on by Alal most of the race, so never really got an easy time of it. Border Legend, the big white face, they're moving up threateningly towards the outside of the eventual winner, La Hague. An Inscription coming with a run towards the outside and looks like it's going to play some sort of part here, but when Chris Catlin asks for real effort inside the final quarter of a mile, the response is very limited. And Border Legend looks sure to win for a while, but La Hague has actually done it really well in the end. Does slightly move the tail again, as we've seen before, but does it in good style and clearly on the upgrade.
It took a while to find top gear, but once in the clear was able to pick up well. You'll see the tail here flashing in the closing stages, but a nice taking performance by La Hague, who's surely going to appreciate a step up in trip as well in time.
Definitely, yeah, and easier ground than the two previous runs he's had at Yarmouth, so that'll give Connections plenty more options for the future, and step up to a mile and a quarter you'd think would be on the cards sooner rather than later.
Border Legend ran well. You'll see Odyssey on the left of the screen staying on from out of the back. A couple of disappointments in the race. Magic Destiny was a shade disappointing. She's had a busy campaign, and as we've mentioned, Inscription as well, who was in with a chance but faded pretty quickly, and faded as if something may be amiss there, because was in with a chance 3 furlongs out and then has finished 4th or 5th last.
Yeah, it's finished very, very tamely. I assumed the horse would be straight enough, having been ready to go to air a few weeks ago. Maybe that wasn't the case, because it stopped today as rather alarmingly quickly, and I think we need to see Inscription again before supporting that one.
I hope everything's all right with Inscription, and our thoughts also with the stall sander down at the start. We'll bring you news as soon as we have it here on Racing UK. 8-1 the winner returned. Border Legend in second, the 7-2 joint favourite. Third was Odyssey at 20s. La Hague's winning time was 1:47.43, 4:93 outside the standard.
This behaviour is outrageous. I'm not putting up with it. Now stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Ladbrokes, sponsors of Racing UK.
Back at Salisbury, Mutazaman is the 2-1 favourite from Breton Rock at 5-2. New Pearl 11-4. Alcando 6-1. Coda Teach 28s and Divine Reward the outsider on debut at 100s.
Yeah, obviously we had to leave my chat with William Muir about Purlong, the leading Marcel Boussac fancy, halfway through, but he came up with some more really interesting thoughts about that filly that you'll be able to see after this race here at Salisbury, so do stay tuned for the latest on Purlong. This is a good race for 2-year-olds, the Hygos Insurance Services Conditions Stakes, won last year by Artistic Jewel. Mutazaman is the 2-1 favourite, nearest to you the chestnut. Steve Mellish, still with me.
By far the pick of the paddock, really nice strong chestnut. This is different ground than he's ever encountered before, and he stepped up in class from making all in at the 7-1 on last time in a Kempton Conditions race and winning a OK Newmarket maiden. So lots of unknowns, no idea whether he's good enough, but he looks the part.
And New Pearl is ridden by Richard Hughes in a neat irony, given the fact that Mutazaman is trained by Richard Hannon, but Tygo Shea, the owner's retained jockey, has to ride that one. So Hughes on New Pearl. I don't suppose he's too disappointed either, because conditions are in this one's favour.
Well, he should be favourite, I think, in terms of what he's done. I know he's out of third, and you know, he has let people down before. But I think 6 furlongs and cutting the ground is probably what he wants. He's got a few pounds in hand on official figures. He ran all right at Ayr last time in very soft ground. I mean, he's not, you know, he's got some moderate runs to his name as well. But when he's second at Goodwood in a nursery at Glorious Goodwood, I think he's the form pick.
He looked an absolute monster on his racecourse debut at Newmarket, and he just hasn't really lived up to it. But he's still capable of good form. Splitting them in the market is Breton Rock. Now, I like this horse. It's more a gut feeling thing than anything else, Steve, because I agree he's got plenty to find with the principles here on his actual accomplishments, but I just thought that he was stylish on his debut.
Well, he was. He's only got the one run to his name, so he can improve a lot. He's proven with cutting the ground at this track.
I don't like the fact that he's washed out, though.
Yeah, a little bit. He had I wasn't here on his debut, and he's got he's not a string horse, he's got a slight odd action. I can't really put my finger on it, behind, on his off hind. But that may have been how he wanted to do it. That just might be how he's made, I don't know. But the form itself needs improving on, but he is clearly open to improvement, and he handles the conditions fine.
Now, one of the good mixers, the owners of number 3, assures me that the horse is pronounced Al Can Do, as if it's 3 words. Al Can Do. Okay. 6-1, there you are.
I'm sure Al can. And he's 2 from 3, won a Bath Nursery off 77 last time out. That tells you how much more he's got on his plate, but he's a straightforward type of horse. He looks a 2-year-old in appearance. He's not, not the biggest, sort of a chunky, strong little type, but not the biggest. But what you get, I think he'll run all right.
He's by Alharth out of Cantando, so I could see why you think it was Alcando, but apparently it is Al Can Do, 6-1. The other 2, Coda Tish and Divine Reward. Well, Divine Reward's a newcomer. Interesting that he's pitching him in here.
Yeah, again, looks like he needs to run a bit. He's a half brother of a couple of winners in the States. Who knows, really? And Coda Tish is 72 rated, ran all right in the Chepstow Nursery last time out. But has plenty to do and slightly on his toes in the paddock.
Late money, New Pearl, now 9-4, joint favourite with Breton Rock, and Mutazaman is quite easy to back, having started off as favourite, having to give weight away all round. Mutazaman, the dual winner for Richard Hannon. Will he prove as effective with cut in the ground? Breton Rock is in the stalls, and he was just playing up. He got pretty warm beforehand. Al Can Do is now being moved forward by the stalls handlers, and that'll leave just a couple more. So for this Hygos Insurance Services Condition Stakes, let's join Mike.
Thank you, Nick. Coda Tish going forward, and then the flashy chestnut Mutazamen. 2 to go for what is quite an intriguing little 2-year-old race, this. Mutazamen has to give weight all round here. Now the last one to go in will be New Pearl, the grey. Officially the highest rated in the lineup. They're set to go now, lined up, and they're off, racing. Well, Breton Rock's rider has still got hold of the with the blindfold by the looks of things. They left the stalls with this Hygos Insurance Services Condition Stakes, and Mutazamen is the first to begin. Racing in second place now is Coda Tish in the white cap, followed then by the green colours of Al Can Do, and then on the outside of these the grey is New Pearl. Breton Rock is covered up by Martin Lane, and last of all is the newcomer Divine Reward as they come down past the 4 marker. They're heading towards the halfway point here, and Mutazamen, this bold striding chestnut, leads by a length and a half from Coda Tish in second place. Poised to challenge is Al Can Do, the white face there, green jacket on the outside, New Pearl, the grey is going pretty nicely. Breton Rock is being driven quite hard now by Martin Lane, but he is starting to dig deep on the outside and get into contention, and last of all trying to keep on again is the newcomer Divine Reward, who's running quite well. They're coming up towards the final furlong. Anyone could win this race. Mutazamen is in front there, but only narrowly. Here's Breton Rock on the outside, who's thrusting now with Al Can Do. Mutazamen is trying to rally. The newcomer Divine Reward is staying on quite well. Breton Rock, though, wearing down Mutazamen. To the line they go. Breton Rock has won it. Mutazamen in second. Tight for third with Al Can Do just holding Divine Reward, perhaps. The judge will confirm.
He impressed neither with his demeanour in the paddock nor with his entry to the stalls, but he stayed on really strongly to win this. Breton Rock is unbeaten after 2 starts, and with a very willing attitude, he devoured ground down the outside to inhale the whole field for David Simcock and Martin Lane, and he was one of the first ones apparently off the bridle, but he found plenty behind the bridle, and he has overhauled his field. Mutazamen put the pace to the race and has faded. Al Can Do has run a strong race, the chestnut with a white face between 2 horses, and over on the far side, green and white silks, newcomer Divine Reward has run exceptionally well, suggesting this is why they pitched him in against winners, but Breton Rock it is that has won. Mutazamen second, third was Al Can Do, and Divine Reward was fourth. New Pearl disappointing, having travelled okay.
Well, I mean, really, that is once too many. New Pearl went out like a light, so maybe there was something wrong with him, but that was a really disappointing run. It was a good run by the newcomer, Divine Reward. Mutazem on completely different conditions has run fine, but in the